Good morning, lovely Libras. I hope that you're having a wonderful time. Today I'm going to be doing your reading for the full moon in Scorpio coming up. So this full moon is going to be quite important. It is a time of releasing negativity, toxicity, all the things that we have outgrown, all the things in our life that have served their purpose. It's a time of cleansing. So it might feel a little bit intense for some of us, depending obviously on our charts. But in general, it tends to be quite intense as it is because it is a full moon, which is an intense part of the month, and it is in Scorpio, which is a sign that is also associated with intensity and death and rebirth cycles. Also, it is a sign that helps us look into the depth of our shadow self and the darkness that we have within in order to integrate it instead of resist it or push it away. So this is going to be an interesting time of release for all signs. I'm going to be doing this reading for you to see how you're going to be feeling and what is the best advice for you. As I shuffle the cards, I invite you to join me. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. I am doing a lot of different readings and videos to help the collective move through the current energies. Also, I am going to be sharing at the end of the video some very easy and practical ways to make the most out of this full moon. Also, I'm going to be posting a full moon video about the full moon with a practice. So you can check that out. That will be applied for all signs. Let's see, Libra. Okay, so for the time that this full moon comes, you're going to be going through quite a bit, I think. We have the Sun card, though. The Sun card is a very positive card to have at the end of the deck, at the bottom of the deck. Let's see where to start. So let's begin by understanding that there's going to be a duality that's very active in your life by the time the full moon in Scorpio comes. What does this mean? It means that there's going to be a lot of things going very well and a lot of things feeling a little bit tense or a little bit uncomfortable. This is good because all of the things that are going well here with the Nine of Pentacles and with the Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune upright and with the Six of Wands is letting me know that in your life you have taken control of things. You have developed the ability to design the life that you want and have it be in alignment to who you are and who you have become. It seems like you're going to be in a very stable space, emotionally and materially or financially. However, mentally, you might be feeling a little bit challenged by the energy of this full moon in Scorpio. Especially here with the Seven of Cups, this is a card of confusion. This is a card of illusion, of not knowing where to go, how to do what we have to do, or what is real and what is not. We might be a little bit confused by the time this full moon in Scorpio comes, as far as what is over, what is supposed to be released, what is not resonating with us anymore, and what needs our attention. We're going to be feeling, you Libras are going to be feeling very, I feel like for some of you guys, this is a very general reading though, so not all messages might apply for you. Some messages are for other people. But I do feel some of you guys have a deep, profound sadness over the fact that the clarity has come and you can't deny it anymore, and there is something that simply must go, or must change, or must be accepted. You know, like I feel like some of you guys have known about this for a long time and you've been trying to lie to yourself. You've been trying to not admit it. You've been trying to kind of wrap it in different, you know, colorful papers and trying to make it work somehow. But by the time this full moon in Scorpio comes, you're going to say to yourself, the time has come to actually accept this. Like, this is not working, or, you know, this is and hasn't been working for a long time for some of you. It's time to move on. It's time to change. It's time to find something that is more aligned with my worth. I feel like some of you guys are going to be leaving behind structures that took years and effort to build, and now you have come to the conclusion that they're simply not supporting you anymore. And it might be a harsh realization. It might not feel that awesome to you. I feel like, honestly, most of you guys are going to be having a very good approach to this changes, and for some of you guys it's not that much of an intense experience, but there's a few Libras out there that will experience like a wake-up call that is going to be undeniable, and that might be a little bit harsh, sorry to say. But for most of you, I feel like you are actively trying to grow and actively aiming for that better version of yourself. So it's going to be a pleasant process during this full moon to actually see everything that needs to go and let it go. You know, like for some of you guys, it's going to be quicker, it's going to be easier, it's going to manifest very rapidly because you have clear goals of what you want and where you want to go. So based on that, I feel like many of you are actually going to enjoy this full moon quite a bit by doing active work of releasing the wounds from the past, the emotions from the past, the trauma from the past, and especially all the things that you have really tried to make work but simply don't work. You know, like all of those things are going to be gracefully surrendered. I hear some Libras will be more graceful than others. Yeah, I bet. I mean, it's the case for all of us sometimes. Holding on to things gives us a certain sense of stability and peace, even if we're holding on to things that are not really working. It's crazy. It's like a comfort zone that we develop. So evaluate if you're falling into this, you know, attachment to a comfort zone. And if you're just holding on to something for the sake of holding on to something and for the sake of avoiding the conflict and change that might come from, you know, that realization. So let's see what other messages are coming for you, Libra, for the full moon in Scorpio. Strength is coming up. So it is a good time to be very honest with yourself. I know that sometimes that is hard. I know that sometimes we don't want to admit certain things because we know that letting go of those things is going to be incredibly painful. But it's like, what if there's something so much better for you, waiting for you around the corner, and it was supposed to reach you 3 years ago, but then you're stuck there trying to make something that doesn't work. And, you know, that opportunity is there stalling and waiting for you and losing energy, and just, it's kind of like we're wasting an opportunity from the universe if we don't let go at the right time of what needs to be let go of. And it's interesting because as a collective, sometimes it's like we might stigmatize the people who are considered quitters, but I think that quitting is actually a very powerful skill to have if you're doing it for the right reasons. So this full moon is kind of like a good moment to quit something that you know is not working for you. Quitting is, to me, letting go of something because we don't have the strength or the energy or the ability to succeed in that thing. That for me is like quitting. But quitting properly, to me, is also realizing this has nothing for me anymore. You know, like I'm not going to stay here and commit to this just for the sake of committing to this and feel trapped and feel constricted and feel drained and lost just because at some point I said that I would commit to this. You know, it's like either you find the way within a commitment to really enjoy it and overcome everything because it's worth it, or you realize there's literally nothing for me here anymore and I have to move on. You know, like both are important. Both aspects of quitting are essential, I think. And successful people, as far as I'm concerned, because I watch a lot of videos, I study successful people, as far as people who have created large impacts in the collective in positive ways and created powerful consciousness shifts. That to me is a successful person. Successful people tend to be very smart quitters. Like you will, it's very rare to see someone who has developed their life into an incredible place by doing the same thing without change for 20 years straight. People who actually succeed tend to be tweaking and changing, keeping a vision and a goal in mind, yes, and going on that path, yes, and sticking to it, yes, but tweaking and changing everything that is not working accordingly as soon as they realize that something is not working. You know, like, it's navigating that and finding a balance between that. I feel like some of you guys might be working on that and might even feel confused. Some of you guys, I feel you. I can listen to you saying, how do I know if it's time to go? And how do I know if it's something, another thing that I must overcome? How do I know? That's a very good question, you guys. For whoever is asking that, that's a powerful question. So the card that is coming up is Transform. And I feel like it's kind of like what I was saying. I think that the message is, can you rise? Is it about you needing to rise and expand and evolve in order for this situation to be good? Or even if you have risen, and even if you have evolved, and even if you do everything that you are challenged to do, will that situation transform into something that's worth it? Or not even then? You know, like, is it about you not trying to do the work? Or is it about the situation simply not having anything there for you anymore? Explore that. I know that it will be very complicated because it is different for everyone, so I'm not going to go that deep into it. Some of you guys might be dealing with earth signs. Some others of you might be dealing with air signs. So that could be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, or Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Allow yourself to transform. And if you feel like the universe is challenging you to become a better version of yourself in order to sustain something, transform. It's always good to transform. It's always good to evolve. It's always good to get every single opportunity that we have in front of us to make us better. But if at some point you realize that you have risen and that you have evolved and you are at the top of your ability and it's still not working, just consider it, because this full moon might bring in some powerful information or awareness that might just change things for you. So it might be a time of completion. A cycle that's been very important in your life might complete itself. So, and that might actually be meant to be, you know, like it's not something you need to fight either. So this full moon, it's a great time for doing work that speaks about release. So I am going to link below in the description box a meditation, a guided shamanic journey that I created with the snake as an archetype, because the snake is, in shamanic traditions, at least the ones that I've been studying, the snake is the one who sheds its skin and it lets go of its previous baggage constantly in order to remain fresh and remain connected to its reality around. So I'm going to be sharing that meditation below in case you feel drawn to that. If you like shamanism, if you like shamanic journeying, or if you would like to experience that for the first time, it is a very powerful guided meditation that will make you feel very connected to this archetype and this energy. I am also going to leave below the link to a program that I created a long time ago, which is called Regression Immersion. If you feel drawn to past life healing, this full moon is a wonderful gateway for you to release blockages, patterns, wounds, and things that repeat themselves through your lifetimes. This is a powerful way to, you know, clear all of these things that maybe you're holding on to due to a certain attachment, due to a certain energy block. So I'm going to leave that below. It is a very, very user-friendly program. It's not something that you need to do with a therapist by your side. It is kind of like a regression, a past life regression, but made so easy that you can do it at home. You can do it at any time. You can use the audios as many times as you need. The program includes a regression to remove past life blocks in regards to love. For those of you who have been feeling very blocked, romantically speaking, financially speaking, spiritually speaking, and health, as far as health goes too. So it's a class, a very short introductory class, and 4 regression sessions that you can use over and over again. And this particular full moon is the time to do something like that. So if you resonate, check that out. If you don't really, just do whatever feels like to you that you're letting go. If you need to declutter your home, your space, your room, your purse, your closet, you know, if you need to, yeah, I don't know, do some vanishing, or do, you know, write the things that you want to let go of on a piece of paper and burn it. You know, whatever it is that works for you, this is the time to let go. So I hope that you truly enjoy it. I hope that you truly make the most of it. I'm sending so much love your way, you guys. I hope that you know how much I love you. And good luck with everything. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please, please. So yeah, have a wonderful full moon, you guys. Bye.